Today, many existing entrepreneurs are trying to decide whether or not an LLC is right for them. Is it the right time to start an LLC? Is it worth going through the entire process to start an LLC for my business? These are the questions that entrepreneurs have. In today's video, I am going to talk to you about whether or not an LLC is right for an existing entrepreneur. Hi, my name is Andrew. I'm the managing attorney here at Freedom Through Business, where we help entrepreneurs start, grow, and scale their businesses. The purpose of these videos are to provide you with as much clarity and guidance in the beginning stages of starting a business. So if you have not already, please make sure you hit the like, subscribe, as well as the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. These videos are for educational purposes only, so make sure you speak with a professional prior to doing anything. And so with that side note out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about whether or not existing entrepreneurs should form an LLC. What I see on a daily basis is entrepreneurs operating their business as a sole proprietorship. If you're not too familiar with what a sole proprietorship is a form of a business entity. It's the easiest business entity to form because all you need to do is apply for an EIN number, an employer's identification number from the IRS, and then open a business bank account, and then you have a business once you start engaging in transactions. It's a very simple and easy business entity to form. However, there are no real benefits to a sole proprietorship has to offer. And what I mean by this is you're not able to receive personal liability protection. That is out of the table. You're not able to choose from the different tax elections that other types of business entities have the opportunity of doing, such as an LLC. And so sole proprietorships do hold and restrict entrepreneurs from being able to receive and experience certain benefits. This is the most common scenario that I run into. Now, during the course of their business, the existing entrepreneur gets to a stage in their business where they now want to be able to separate their personal from their business. This is the first major consideration existing entrepreneurs make. They want to be able to separate their personal and business assets. The reason why they want to be able to separate their personal and business assets is because maybe they're now at a point in their business where liability and risk is something to take consideration of, something that is now pressing. When an entrepreneur operates their business as a sole proprietorship, their personal and business assets are commingled, meaning there is no real separation between personal and business. And what happens when there is no real separation between personal and business? If a sole proprietorship's business were to get sued, then their personal assets as well as their business assets would be at risk. Failure to separate one's personal and business assets jeopardizes one's financial assets. And this is why many existing entrepreneurs ultimately decide to start an LLC. And the second major reason why existing entrepreneurs choose to start an LLC is for the potential tax savings. If you're not too familiar with how an LLC works, an LLC can be taxed as a single member. It can be taxed as a multi-member. An LLC can also be taxed as a C corporation, and an LLC can also be taxed as an S corporation. These various taxation election options have the opportunity of saving an entrepreneur money on taxes, which could ultimately help in the longevity of the business. And the third consideration existing entrepreneurs make when deciding whether or not to start an LLC for their existing business is, do they want to eventually sell their business? They operate and run their business for a couple of years. They build a brand. They build the marketing plan. It becomes a very successful business. They become an authority, they build a reputation, and now they want to be able to sell the business. If they're operating their business under a sole proprietorship, then selling the business would not be an option because sole proprietorships cannot be sold. But if they have an LLC, an individual again can build that brand, build that business, and then eventually come time when they want to be able to sell it, they can make that transaction. They can sell their LLC. LLCs have that type of flexibility where you can sell off the business, where you can change ownership. Person A can own it one day and person B can own it the next. It provides that flexibility. And so if you're a viewer and you had any questions about anything that I talked about in today's video, you can be a first-time entrepreneur or an existing entrepreneur. If you had any questions, please make sure you click the link in the description box below to book your free call with a professional who can help you better understand whether or not you should start an LLC as an existing entrepreneur. If you happen to enjoy this video, please make sure you hit the like, subscribe, as well as the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. It's time to invest in yourself. It's time to rise.